Section 10 of 5-Minute Stories. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Ruhi Haq. 5-Minute Stories by Laura E. Richards. The New Sister. "Look carefully," said the kind nurse, turning down a corner of the flannel blanket. "Don't touch her, dears, but just look." The children stood on tiptoe and peeped into the tiny red face. They were frightened at first, the baby was so very small. But Johnny took courage in a moment. "Hasn't she got any eyes?" he asked, "or is she like kittens?" "Yes, she has eyes, and very bright ones, but she's fast asleep now." "Look at her little hands," whispered Lily. "Aren't they lovely? Oh, I wish I could give her a hug." "Not yet," said nurse. "She's too tender to be hugged. But mamma sends word that you may give her something. A name. She wants you and Johnny to choose the baby's name. Only it must not be either Jemima, Keziah, or Karen Happock." The nurse went back into mamma's room, and left Johnny and Lily staring at each other, too proud and happy to speak at first. "Let's sit right down on the floor and think," said John. So down they sat. "I think Claribel is a lovely name," said Lily after a pause. "Don't you?" "No," replied Johnny. "It's too girly." "But baby is a girl." "I don't care. She needn't have such a very girly name. How do you like Ellen?" "Oh, Johnny, why, everybody's named Ellen. We don't want her to be just like everybody. Now, Seraphina is not common." "I should hope not. I should need a mouth a yard wide to say it. What do you think of Bessie?" "Oh, Bessie is very well, only, well, I should be always thinking of Bessie Jones. And you know she isn't very nice. I'll tell you what, Johnny, suppose we call her Vesta Geneva, after the girl papa told us about yesterday." "Lily, you are a perfect silly. Why, I wouldn't be seen with a sister called that. I think Polly is a nice name, jolly kind of name." "Well, I don't." "You needn't get mad if you don't, Crosspatch." "You're perfectly horrid, John Brown. I shan't play with you any more." "Much I care, silly Lily." "Well," said nurse, coming in again, "what is the name to be, dears? Mamma is anxious to know." Two heads hung very low, and two pairs of eyes sought the floor and stayed there. "Shall I tell you?" And good nurse went on, taking no notice. "What I thought would be a very nice name for baby?" "Oh, yes, yes, do tell us, 'cause we can't get the right one." "Well, I thought your mother's name Mary would be the very best name in the world. What do you think?" "Why, of course it would. We never thought of that." "Oh, thank you, nurse," cried both voices joyously. "Dear nurse, will you tell mamma, please?" Nurse nodded and went away smiling, and Lily and John looked sheepishly at each other. I will play with you if you like, Johnny dear." "All right, Lil." End of The New Sister.